This is Medi Perry. I'm out in an Adirondack rowboat in Lake Champlain. This instructional video is about how to troll for salmon and trout by rowing.
Row trolling is one of my favorite things to do. It's great exercise, it's low impact and easy on the joints, it works your whole body. It gets you outdoors for hours at a time in all sorts of amazing places. Trolling allows you to fish constantly as you're exploring the lake or river. It is the most effective technique for catching cold water predatory fish like salmon, lake trout, steelhead, and many others. These big freshwater fish are thrilling to catch and just as delicious to eat.
Steelhead.
Here's the setup I use. The boat is an Adirondack guide boat 15-footer from Adirondack Rowing in Queensbury, New York. It has a sliding seat for the most efficient rowing. Rod holders are 1.5 inch PVC zip-tied into place. More about rods and reels and line a little later on. I'm using a Lowrance Hook 2 fish finder. It's not really a fish finder because it doesn't find fish. It'll let you know if there's no fish where you are, or if there are. Its most important function is letting you know how deep the lake is so you don't get your lure stuck on the bottom. It comes with a suction cup mounted transducer, so it's easy to put it on and take it off when you're trailering your boat. 2 rods per angler are allowed on Lake Champlain, so coincidentally we have 2 rods. For this kind of trolling, I use almost exclusively lead core fishing line because it'll sink to the depth that's needed to get down to where these fish are found. Lead core is color coded, so every color of lead is about 30 feet of line and it sinks about 5 or 6 feet per color if you're going at trolling speed. Makes it easy to know how deep you're fishing, and you don't need a line counter. I usually use 15 to 18 pound lead core line. To hold the lead core, we use trolling reels. In order to fit these in the boat, I need a lefty and a right-handed reel. The reel you see on the right is a Daiwa AccuDepth 47. This one does have a line counter. It's not necessary, but it doesn't hurt. The reel on the left is a Penn Fathom 2. That's a 30 size reel. This is one of the best reels I've ever found. It's got the smoothest, most adjustable drag, and it's a very heavy-duty piece of equipment. At the far end of each line, the end that's in the water, I use about a 30-foot leader of fluorocarbon fishing line, 12-pound weight. You always want your leader to be a lighter weight line than your main line, so if you do get snagged, all that breaks off is going to be the leader and not the lead. The other end of the line that you can't see inside the reel has got a couple 100 feet of braid. That's backer. That way you can have all of your lead core in the water, backer in the air between the water and the tip of the rod, and enough backer on the reel that if a big fish hits, it won't spool you and take your line with it. Braid's good because it's small diameter and you can fit a lot of it on one of these reels. I typically use ice fishing braid just because it's fat enough and I can clip on an inline planer board and it'll stick. For rods, I like to use 7 to 7.5 foot long trolling rods. Any longer, it's too hard to get the fish into reach or a planer board into reach when you need to take it off when you have a fish on. These are medium heavy and moderate to fast action rods. Shimano TDR is one of my favorites, even though it's a very low cost rod. It's great for this purpose. Daiwa Great Lakes is another really good one.
Heading out on Lake Champlain off of Arnold Bay. It's a beautiful fall day in October. Water temperature is 56 degrees at the surface. There's a big fish on the sonar, about 30 feet down. We're now in about 50 feet of water. We're going to put on an inline planer board so we can get this line off to the side, and that'll let us put out a second line without them tangling. Clip the lead core to a section of braid. We don't want to clip it right to lead core because it could damage that line. So we have segmented this lead core with little stretches of braid here and there so we can have however many colors of lead in the water we want. We've got 6. And then this braid. So that should put us about 30 feet down where the fish seem to be, based on the sonar. There goes the planer board. With tension on the line, it's moving out sideways, right where we want it. Tighten the drag. The line will stop unreeling, and that'll stay in that position. Now that that line is moved over to the side, we'll get the second line in, and this one will go in straight. This one we'll use a small Crazy Ivan spoon. This is the purple brown trout that works well at this time of year. Put the Smelly Jelly on it. We gotta resume rowing, keep the lure off the bottom. Using this fish attractor. This is a Big Al's Fish Flash 4-inch size. It's meant to simulate a bigger fish that might be feeding and attract others. Big fish, fish on. Something big. Boat is spinning around. Get this planer board off. Keep the fish on. Still there. Whew. Very much there. Probably a bass. Fights like a bass. Tugs hard, swims towards boat. Tugs hard. Get our net ready. Big smallmouth bass. Oh boy, does not want to come into the boat yet. There he is. See him? A bass or a sheep's head? That's a sheepy. Let's get you in the net. Oh boy. It's a heavy fish. Hello there. There's a fish. Hi, salmon.